I've been at my new position for 2 weeks now, and it was not what I expected. Honestly, I thought this position was going to be just a lot more difficult. I thought I was going to be a lot more stressed out, and I was a little bit afraid of having to communicate with others in this way. If y'all don't know what this new position was, I have discussed that this position is kind of like a client support position, but it's not really technical. So it has everything on the support side, helping me with the communication, helping me explain things to people who may not understand things, literally all of the communication. And I honestly was afraid of feeling like the new person, like everybody else was gonna know exactly what to do while I'm gonna have to walk in here and really try to, understand things. And, what if they're not gonna be as patient? Are they going to teach me the right things? I'm probably might have to learn a lot more than just actually being told. I might have to actually do it to learn than being told, and that was a little bit nerve-wracking. But how it actually feels is I felt like I was explaining things a lot more better, but granted, a lot of things I did have to end up learning while doing it. And I think with the first couple of days, I did feel a lot of stress. But then when I realized, like, okay, this isn't like that deep, like I can calm down, I don't have to take this home, I think things started to feel a lot better. Eventually, when things start to click and the paperwork starts to click, everything seemed to just be running very smoothly. So the job actually was the complete opposite of what I was expecting. I mean, there was probably some things that were similar, especially for the first couple of days, but I just feel like the rhythm, the environment, everything was just amazing. And this was honestly a really good position to end up going for, since it's going to help me a lot on the support side of IT. And a lot of people sometimes they don't have that, and I think that just makes a lot of sense because it aligns with me mentally. It aligns with me when it comes to, like I said, what I want in IT support. And I think that's literally like just amazing. And the fact that it teaches me a lot about communication, it teaches me a lot about, just being able to tell people things that may not know what's going on in a more easier way, to kind of explain it to them so that they can understand what is happening. And, a lot of it sometimes too, when to come back and tell a different answer. Like basically go see if you can find out the answer and then just come back with the answer. Because sometimes you kind of have an answer immediately, but then you're like, okay, well, let me go review that. Like you're making me question my own answer. I'll follow up with you, and then you go leave, you come back, and then normally it's probably the same answer but just a little bit more explained deeper. And I just think that a lot of it is just very useful, and sometimes you don't need a job title that says IT for it to be able to teach you certain things that are going to be in IT. And I'm even grateful to even have this as an option where it still allows me to work in my stable, comfortable, unionized job, but it also allows me to pretty much be out there and pretty much still get that support and still get, that side of things of IT, while on the other side, which my freelance work would be, is where I finally get into the technical side. And I'm just grateful for the growth that this job ends up bringing. Just being able to really grow with my communication. Because if you guys did not know, I mentioned this in the last video, though I may be talking to y'all, I actually am an extreme introvert. And trust me, the first couple times when I was talking to these people, I may have been a bit shaky, my face may have turned red. Every time it's a new person that I talk to, the more anxious that I get. But in the end, it's practice. And this practice is going to eventually, I won't feel like that. Eventually I'm gonna be like, okay, these are just human beings. Like I gotta stop worrying so much. But I know that worry is good, because that worry means I genuinely care about these people and I care about these problems and I want it to be solved. But sometimes it could be a little bit too much. Like I'm like, these are just humans. Like I don't gotta be like afraid. I don't gotta have my face feel flushed. I don't gotta be embarrassed. Like it is, never that deep. And you know, it was just making me think about how like just these last couple months, how I actually felt stuck. I actually felt like, damn, like I really love the stability of this job, and it's hard for me to take that leap into an IT support career. And you know, I genuinely felt like there was nothing there for me. And this is where I just realized, like, I always gotta literally walk by faith, because God reveals and gives us these things for a reason. He knows I don't feel necessarily ready to go and leap to an actual IT support job, and shoot, I probably don't even have enough of the skill to. But I feel like, you know, he's opened up this position for me, because if y'all just knew how beautiful this was and how this all happened, like, the story of how I even got in here is amazing at itself. And it's just like the fact that it helps with that client and support side and just my communication in general. I almost didn't even want to show up the first day, but I told myself, if you want to be an IT support specialist, this is going to be the least of, like, well, actually, honestly, it's really the most of what you're going to do. But the difference is a lot of the time with IT support, you know, I feel like it comes off like you're the professional, right? You're the professional, you know the answer. Most of the time it's over the phone. And so with this current position, it's really not like that. You know, it's not like you're the professional. You just are like everybody else. So it feels a little bit different. I almost didn't do it, but I decided to go and push through, because I just knew that it was going to be good for me. I knew it was going to be good for my future. And listen, I'm still trying to figure out my future. My future is still something I am trying to figure out. I want to see exactly like what direction do I plan to go to long term. And I don't want to be in a rush. I just want to focus on stacking my certifications, stacking, I guess, somewhat of this experience, stacking freelance experience, doing the lab, studying, right? I just have so much goals that I know I must achieve, and I just am so happy to be getting into all of it, man. Truly, truly, truly. But I do want to end off on this. I don't know exactly where I'm heading. I have so many different ideas, and I don't know what I'm gonna bring to you this new one. Probably on a live stream, right? I have so many different ideas for y'all, and in the end, I just know that God is going to put me where I am meant to be. And I feel like technology is simply one of my like main passions, and I can see this being the career for me. Though the specific position that I'm in does not deal with tech, I still think it's going to eventually lead to an IT support job. And I feel like as of right now, that is enough for me. So I hope you guys ended up enjoying this video. I will be catching you on the next one. Deuces.